Well, hello everybody, Jason up, New Age Revolution Cave. Just for a quick video, I got a very special package in the mail today from a dear friend of the channel, somebody who has been watching me, I think, since day one. Her name is Jackie, and like I said, very close friend of the channel, sweet person who is always in my comments. And I remember several years ago, she knitted I think it was a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man for my son when he was like 5. And that's awesome. And she has sent me something that she has requested that I open on camera. So we're going to do that. So this video is dedicated strictly to Jackie. Oh, I can see through the packaging. It is Bases Loaded, the second season for NES. That is fantastic. And you're right, Jackie. I have been looking for this one. And I think I have Bases Loaded 3 and Bases Loaded 1. And I do not have Bases Loaded 2. And that, my friends, is from Jackie. Bases Loaded 2, the second season. Now, I love Bases Loaded 1. It is my favorite sports game. Well, I can't say that. I'm going to count Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and pro wrestling as sports games for the Nintendo. I probably shouldn't. But Bases Loaded 1, I had so much fun with as a kid. So much fun. Back in the days of imagination, I would keep my own stats in a notebook for Bases Loaded 1. Me and my old pal Howie would just have wonderful times playing Bases Loaded. And I never got Bases Loaded 2. Probably because I moved on to the Sega Genesis at that point and went with World Series Baseball. So I've never played any of the additional Bases Loaded games after Bases Loaded 1. I know one of these, they changed the fielding view dramatically, but I'm looking forward to firing this one up and giving it a play. And I'm very thankful to Jackie for sending this to me. I appreciate it very much. Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas to Jackie. And this is just very kind and very generous of you, and I appreciate it. And it's going to go. Now, so what I've decided to do with the Nintendo games is I am going to sell a large majority of them. But I'm also going to keep and separate the Nintendo games. So all of the sports games I'm going to keep and separate, because I am still a gamer that enjoys the occasional sports game. I really am. I mean, that's all I've ever really played. So even games like Arch Rivals and Double Dribble and Jordan versus Bird, I'm going to keep those. I'm going to keep those because I can always go back and have some pointless fun with those. So I'm going to separate sports games, I'm going to separate all my wrestling games, and I'm going to separate my must-have games, you know, my Contras and my Double Dragons and things like that. And then the rest I'm going to sell. And it's likely that Stephen Brown is going to purchase a large amount of this collection. So Stephen Brown, the New Age Revolution NES games will live on likely in Stephen Brown's collection at some point in life, whatever. This is staying right here in the cave. This is going to be hanging out with all the other Bases Loaded games and all the other sports games. But we're going to do that with the NES collection. We're just going to keep what we need, because I have found online, I have found one of those emulator systems through Facebook that comes with, what is it? I think something massive, like 12,000 games on an SD card, preloaded, HDMI plug-in, comes with its own controller, which is, you know, probably not great, but it's $89.95. And to me, that's cheap. It's got everything. It's got a ton of arcade games on it, Sega Genesis, Atari, Commodore, Nintendo, Game Boy. You've seen these. And I've never actually pulled the trigger on one because obviously I prefer the actual consoles and the games. But I'm thinking that it's probably time to do that. And again, that'll clear up a ton of room behind the TV. We'll see. But like I said, this is staying here. My friend Jackie hooks me up with Bases Loaded 2, and I am very, very grateful. Thank you, Jackie, and thank you for being such a friend of the channel over the years. I appreciate you very much. Now, as we wind down November, there have been a few changes in here, a lot and a couple. That means the same, I assume. A lot or a couple of things have made their way up to the garage. I got another display cabinet for the garage. The garage is looking good, and stuff is coming off the shelves here and off the wall and into the deuce, if you know what I'm talking about. And I'm just like wondering, what's it going to be down here? What's it going to be? The Trinitron is out of here. That's up in the garage. That just leaves me my beautiful Zenith System 3. I got re-inspired by the cassette phase to watch some TV on the Zenith, so we'll do that. I'm looking forward to the new year on the channel, or even December on the channel. I've had a few topics come to mind that I just want to sit around and talk about. I want to talk about Christmas. I've talked about Christmas on this channel every year since the channel began, but I want to talk about Christmas. I want to talk about childhood Christmases. And I want to talk about why TV just doesn't do it for us anymore. Why don't we get the feeling anymore? When I was watching Cassette Phase's show on his new console TV, and he had like Growing Pains playing in the background on the TV, I was just looking at it going, I'm watching a video of someone showing off their console TV that I have, and I'm still getting excited watching their console TV through my TV. And I'm like, why? And then I was at my office the other day and I was watching the Munsters. And even though I don't care about the Munsters, I just had a feeling. And I was like, this is such a nice feeling. Why don't we get this feeling from TV anymore? We're going to talk about that in December. We're going to go on the trip in December. People are feeling good in this house. Finley's doing great. And I'm just pumped. So anyway, thank you very much, Jackie. You're the best. You're one of the most loyal friends of the channel. I thank you. And we will see you all next time. Good night now.